Okay, so I'm going to show you everything in my house that I have made with my own two hands. Why? Because I actually really didn't film anything for this week because I was too busy or whatever. I just didn't film anything. So this is a filler video that I filmed the last week of December. So yeah, here we go. This is the lion I made. I made him in middle school and he is pretty awesome, I guess. In middle school, I did not have a good ceramics teacher, so I really had no idea what I was doing. So all my stuff that I made in middle school sucked, and I pretty much threw it all away, except that lion and this. Which I don't know why I kept that tile because it's really not that cool. I have it just hanging on my wall. In middle school, I made a box. It was a green box, and the problem with this box was that I had no idea how to make the box. The box was only supposed to take like a week to make, but I didn't really know what I was doing. So it took a really long time, like 2.5 weeks. None of the sides matched or anything. I didn't have time to glaze it, so it wasn't even a shiny green box. It was just an ugly pea green box. But then I made more boxes in high school that were beautiful. I actually had a good ceramics teacher, so my stuff that I made in high school is actually kind of cool. So I'm gonna show it to you. Except that I'm really not a very good painter. Everything looks cool, like it's constructed really well. Some of it isn't, but most of it is. It's just not painted that well because I'm just not very good at painting. It takes too much time and effort, and I don't have the patience for it. This is a box I made. It's very well crafted. Painting here kind of got messed up, so you know, don't look at that side. But the rest of it, very nice. Everything fits together really well, you know. I made this. This one isn't actually that pretty. There's places where there's shiny glaze and then places where there's not shiny glaze. This wasn't my best thing that I made. It was supposed to be an Aztecian themed project. It didn't really work out. This is my pride and joy. I actually did make this. It's a teacup. See, here's the handle, here's the top, and here's the spout. You couldn't ever be able to use it, but you know, it's really, really cool. It's the best thing I've ever created, and don't even tell me that's not amazing. Yes, I made this. I made this killer whale, and I'm really glad that my ceramics teacher let me do that. We were making teapots, and I was like, can I make an orca whale teapot? And she was like, well, that sounds really cool. Yes, you can. And that's what I did. I made an orca whale teapot, and I think it's really awesome. I made this box. You can see it's a circus box, right? And it actually fits perfectly on top, which is absolutely amazing. And it's a circus, and the reason I made it a circus thing was because I was just playing around with the clay and it became an elephant. I did not plan to make an elephant. I was messing around with the clay and an elephant was born. So I was like, I'm gonna put this on top of my box. And I did, and then my teacher was like, it'd be really cool if you made a circus box. So, yep, circus box. This one actually, I think the painting's pretty good on this. Except that the elephant is black. I don't know why I didn't make him gray. I think the gray paint was being used by someone else. I was not patient enough to wait for them to be done using the gray paint, so I just made him black. Or maybe I thought the paint was gray and it actually turned out to be black. I don't really know, but this one I'm really proud of too. It's really cool. This jar is really heavy because there is a whole bunch of air trapped in there because it doesn't open. It's glazed shut. It's just a jar. I don't really like it that much. Maybe if it opened it'd be cooler, but it doesn't open. So it's just a really heavy thingamajig. I don't really even know what it is. This isn't that pretty either, I don't think. It's just a vase. I don't really like the design on it too much. There's a dragon up there. I mean, that's kind of cool. That dragon. I don't really remember what the point of this was. What the point of this project was. Here's this vase. It's not horrible, but it doesn't top my orca whale. Because this is pretty cool. You got the teapot. This is just a normal teapot, you know. I don't remember where I got the design from, but I didn't make that up. So if you look at it, it's probably some famous artist design. Then you've got the cup that goes with it, and then the plate. They all match, and so that's pretty cool. I could like eat from them if I wanted, but I don't. But I mean, I could if I wanted to. This is a flower pot I made. You know, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty cool. And I picked a really simple design that I knew I would be able to paint. This took a lot of time. Not actually putting it together, but painting it definitely took a lot of time. It's a flower pot and it sits outside with no flowers in it. And finally, this vase, which I made for my mom. It's in her room. Look, that's me. I don't know. What is that? First communion? Yeah. Maybe? I think so. Yes, I made this vase for my mom. At the time, she had palm tree, leopard blanket. And this vase is pretty near perfectly symmetrical. I put a lot of time into it because I knew it was going to be a gift for my mom. She's got flowers in it. She's had it for a couple years. I really like it. I think it's really good. Like, it's a really nice vase, I think, for something that I made, like, out of my own hands, you know. That's a pretty nice vase. What, Rocket? Come on, let's go. Rocket's wondering why I'm talking to myself. Who am I talking to? I don't know. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm talking to myself. I made this pillow in 7th grade, and I still have it. I don't know why I chose space as the fabric. I could have chosen any fabric that I wanted, and for some reason I chose space. I made this, and I still use it today. The only time I've ever used a sewing machine, and it actually came out really well. It's really sturdy. It's lasted for a long time, and I think it's going to last forever. Yeah, I don't know how to use a sewing machine anymore, but a month where we were sewing, I definitely knew how to use a sewing machine. And that's all the stuff I've created. Some of it is amazing. Some of it's not so amazing. The orca whale, the elephant, and the vase that I made my mom. Definitely my favorites. I think the orca whale is my personal favorite. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this filler video. Bye.